Well, let's get right on to this TV experience here because we just ended last week, I think, or the week before last.
I think it was last week.
Of Kenobi. I was like, it's only 6 episodes. I wasn't going to do an episode by episode breakdown. I said, let me just do a full series review of it. So me and Swag...
Yeah, I binged it, yep.
Yeah, so did I. And I was like, okay, it got better at the end.
Oh my God, it got so much better. I was like, it solidifies what I've been feeling about Star Wars for the last couple of years. We're just out of ideas.
Yeah, it's just like we're just trying to fill a story, parts of the story where we didn't ask for it to be filled in at.
And it's so dumb because you have a universe, a galaxy full of places you can go. And I feel like we're just recycling the same story. Like Mandalorian, I liked because it was fresh and new. But it was about a guy taking care of something, a dangerous man taking care of a little child. Then we get the Bad Batch, a dangerous group of people taking care of a little child. Then we get to Obi Wan, a dangerous Jedi that gets led to taking care of a little child. And I'm like, I'm tired of these escort stories. I am so sick of these escorts. The only reason I kept watching it is because I like Obi Wan. I really like him. And the thing is, this show has so much potential to take it a step further, but they didn't. And that's what I'm more disappointed about. Like, we start to get the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan here and there, but once they started climbing that ladder, they hopped off. And I was like, we were so close.
Like,
I was so annoyed with Leia.
Leia was kind of annoying. I ain't gonna lie.
She wasn't annoying.
I think it was the actress opposed to. Oh, but you know what? Maybe it's how it was written. You think that what it was?
I think so, because if she left by episode 3, I would have been fine.
I was like, oh God, you are worth. You're doing more damage than you're worth right now.
Once I figured out that Obi-Wan was going to break her out, I was like, we're getting one of these. Yeah, this is not what I want.
Well, for starters, so this ends after episode 3, and for those who watch those Star Wars prequels, know that Anakin, goes, he goes and takes on Obi-Wan, loses, and then he becomes Darth Vader.
Right.
Now, because honestly, was it cool to have Obi-Wan? Cool, but this story really wasn't needed. But
at all,
it really wasn't needed. So Obi-Wan's like in hiding, and now they are trying to wean out the Jedi. So we get this character named what was it, Reva? Is her name?
What, the Inquisitor?
The Inquisitor, Moses, the black woman.
Second sister. I think it was third sister.
Yeah. She is headstrong on trying to get Obi-Wan out. Yep. Like she cutting off the townspeople's hands and stuff. Like, where is he? I'm like, yo, sis, calm down. Like, what is going on?
And the thing is, I wasn't mad because everyone in the universe got beef with Obi-Wan.
Like, seriously,
he's just that Jedi that everyone hated. So I was like, you know what? This is probably just a thing. So I'll get back to her reasoning.
So they had the grand plan of kidnapping Princess Leia, because there's Layla and Luke, and they kidnap Layla, and they know that it will drag Obi-Wan out. So eventually, when Layla's father's like, "You're the only one I trust," he's like, even Obi-Wan's like, "You gotta get somebody else." But he's like, "Look, stop all this hiding shit. You gotta get that. You are the Jedi. You gotta come out here and help find Layla." And of course, when he does do that, it does end up drawing them out to Obi-Wan. And now when he does save Layla in the second episode, now him and Layla are on the run, which does reminisce of the same recycled story that you have already said before.
The same recycled story on the same recycled planets that we're getting. Like, how many desert planets did we see in this show?
Like seriously, I'm like, yo, can I get like a Star Wars city?
Honestly,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, obviously they've had it before, but I'm just saying. But I like to see that. Well, of course, by episode 3, when Vader gets the news that Obi-Wan is out, he go into like, I have never seen Darth Vader this malicious before. When he goes into the town looking for Obi-Wan, and he just tossing people and cracking kids' necks and stuff like that, like, sir.
So I've seen this. I'm not sure if you played The Force Awakens, the Star Wars game.
I know about it, but I did not play it yet. I downloaded it.
Okay, I think it's in the beginning of the game. Darth Vader is literally walking through the city, and the Force is so strong with him. People are shooting, and it's automatically bouncing back. The bullets are automatically bouncing back, hitting the people. And he's just walking and killing whoever's in the way. So it's like, yeah, I expected this. I wanted Vader like this, and I'm glad we got Vader like this.
Yeah. And then,
however, for him to want to kill someone, you're taking the longest route to do it.
Like, seriously. Now, granted, he does fight Obi-Wan, and he kick his ass in that third episode, and like try to set this man on fire.
Yep.
I was like, that is a painful way to go.
Now, I thought that was a cool way to go because that's how he went out.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can see that, tit for tat. I'll take that.
Yeah, so it was good. He dragging through it, but then episode 4 was like, when he wakes back up and he's just like, oh snap, where's Layla? And it's like, okay, let me try to, get my Obi-Wan back. Because episode 4 to me was a kind of like hit or miss type of thing, because they end up capturing Layla, and then the third sister can kind of like tease her a little bit and try to show us a little bit of her regular side. Like, I'm guessing if you want to call it that,
right?
But in my personal opinion, I thought that episode was kind of forgettable.
Everything except for episode 6 was forgettable.
Oh wow!
And to me, it's sad because Obi-Wan's going to be the property that most of these Star Wars fans are going to revert back to. And once they see it, it's like, oh, this is really nothing new. And that, that sadly brings down shows like The Mandarin. Not The Mandarin. The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Star Wars Visions, which was really good. Or other future even Andor. I think that's the next show. That looks a little bit more interesting. Even higher budgeted than this.
It could be. So,
yeah.
So that, but episode, after, the third sister, after Layla escapes, and then she said, like, the whole stormtrooper and stuff there, like, to go get him. And we had that final showdown between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. God, that fight was...
That was a great fight.
Darth Vader just grabbing that ship.
Yep.
And breaking all that stuff apart and forcing him out of there, beating his ass down, and then just throwing down and burying him down in the rocks. I was just like, bruh.
Yep. Cinematic wise, that was probably one of the best Star Wars fights ever.
Yeah, because first of all, people got to realize, even for back in the day, Luke was not good at fight. He was just swinging the shit out of that sword.
Yeah, I will argue.
Really fighting.
I will argue Rey is a better character than Luke. We're talking early stages any day, and if y'all want to smoke, I'll have it. Like, I don't care. But my bad, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because I was just like, wow, that's a damn good fight here.
Yeah, it was really good. Skills and everything. It felt great.
But then when Obi-Wan realized, like, wait a minute, I'm fucking Obi Wan Kenobi.
You turned Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. It bust out, and I was just like, now we about to get, full on Jedi here. And then they had that second fight where he beat the Child Vader and broke off half his mask, which even then with the broken mask, he looks more intimidating than Kylo Ren.
Yep. He sure does.
I was like, it just shows you can't. That is the greatest villain of all time, and you can still not beat, how creepy and intimidating and powerful Vader is.
That and Hayden Christensen actually convinced me.
As Vader?
Yep. I was like, that was a good scene with him with the broken mask.
Yeah.
And I like that scene also because it made it seem more like him and Obi Wan were friends. Now, for people who didn't see Clone Wars, you wouldn't really understand that relationship. Where at that scene, it really felt like they known each other forever.
Oh.
So I like that.
Okay. Well, that basically was the whole. It was like a long drawn out movie. Like, this really honestly could have been another movie. To be honest with you, but I don't even want to do another movie. I think they just want to do.
It could have been four. It could have been 4 episodes.
It honestly, it didn't really have to be anything. Like, was anybody really questioning how Obi-Wan went from episode 3 to episode 4?
Not at all.
No,
none of us was.
No, nobody was asking about that. But how did you like the cameo at the end?
Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
That was like,
sitting back quiet as the Force goes. I was just like, oh, okay, that's cute.
I was like, okay, next. It was like, the problem is because we know the ending, so there's not much stakes to it.
That
was my biggest issue.
I wasn't expecting the cameo, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Real quick on Third Sister. I liked her story. I didn't like the execution.
Okay, that's fair judgment because because she definitely I did not mention she definitely tried to turn on Vader, and Vader handed her that ass.
Yep, and this is the story that every Inquisitor have, and it's starting to get dried. It's like, okay, we get it. Y'all don't really want to work with Vader. Just don't. It's starting to get to that point because it was the same thing in Jedi Fallen Order. I think it was Second Sister. She was upset because her master, she thought her master left her for dead. Now she joined the Inquisitors, realized she didn't really want to be a part of this. What happened? Vader killed her. It's like, well, don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
but yeah, I didn't like the execution. I liked the actress. I liked everything she was doing, but this show, are we giving ratings now?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we can definitely rate it.
Okay. What was our rating? I give it a D for disappointing. That's the best thing I could say.
I would give it a D. I was going along with the hashtag give it a chance because we do see Vader in a damn good light here. I am a fan of Obi-Wan. It's not that long. It's not that hard to get through.
Right.
It really wasn't needed.
I think it was just the finale for me that really got me like, yeah, this is what I want.
Episode 5 and 6. I would say episode 5 and 6 because I did like him, just on the show of the Third Sister, just like, sis, would you?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you think? You trying it? I'll give you a minute. I said, I took your lightsaber.
Yep. But yeah, I was just more this one because I really like Obi-Wan. He's my favorite character in Star Wars. And this was just like, all right, like I was just.
Look, my favorite character in Star Wars is Han Solo. And you see the Solo movie.
I actually enjoyed the Solo movie.
Don't get me started. But
okay, it was not the character. The actor, he really made it his own, whereas Donald Glover was doing the impersonation.
And he the one getting the show, right?
Wait, what?
Isn't Lando getting the show?
He's getting the show?
I think Lando is getting the show. I think Donald Glover's Lando is getting the show. This is what happens when Disney takes over Star Wars.
Yeah, we saw it. We should have seen this coming.
This is what happens when Disney takes over Star Wars. And it's just like, oh God, it's just George Lucas is like, well, we got a story to tell. This is like money.
It's like we got a story to tell. It's just the same story.
Exactly. I mean, George Lucas put what's his name on it, but he's not responsible for any of these new. So it's all Disney.
At all. He was like, here you go.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Money, keep putting Lucasfilms on that joint. And other than that, I don't know what to tell you.
It Stars just needs a revamp.
You said what?
It just needs a hard reboot.
Yeah, Star Wars?
Yep.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to do a reboot of Star Wars. Because they packed a lot in the story. It's almost like Star Wars got this own MCU thing going on. To the point where it's like, oh my God, what happened to me just watching the first trilogy and calling it a day?
Yeah.
Now there's three sets of trilogies, and only one of them is good.
Set on the same family.
Exactly.
We just got to get away from these Skywalkers. Get away from these Skywalkers, and then Star Wars truly shines.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I did have a soft spot for The Force Awakens, but anything else after that,
yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
I enjoyed The Force Awakens.
Yeah, anything else after that, nah. And then that prequel trilogy, maybe I had a little bit of love for Phantom Menace. No, I didn't.
Whew.
No, I didn't.
No, episode 3. Episode 3 was great to me.
I know that's the most action-packed one, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Rogue One. I love it.
Rogue One was good.
I actually like Han Solo. Like where people don't believe. I'm like, yeah, this was actually not bad. But it's we'll get there.
I personally would give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, that was our quick review of Obi Wan. So make sure you guys check out Obi Wan. Also, make sure you check out all our other TV experiences as we go and give you guys more.